All right, we're here, people. Last of the Sohicans invading Brooklyn.
Holla.
We are here for the Butter Pecan Rican episode.
Yes. I'm Kixie Jixie on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat. And this is Laced Up MD.
What up, what up?
Don't be scared, you Latinas, man. Come on, we got to be loud and proud.
It's an
Represent
awesome
the Boricuas
weekend
in the house.
It is
That's right.
such an awesome weekend, and I'm so glad to be with you guys.
I'm so glad that you're here.
Puerto Rican Sneaker Podcast vlog. What do you consider yourself?
We're just a sneaker hip hop podcast, but you know,
What?
for this weekend, it's a Puerto Rican sneaker podcast.
And you're with Puerto Rican women.
That's right. We're the
and we
Butter
were
Pecan
totally
Ricans.
late on Puerto Rican women time.
So they kept up with the Latina stereotype that
That's
when they say hey, we're gonna be on time,
Puerto Rican
that
time.
means
I'm always
An hour, that's an hour late.
Get
it, an hour late at
Let's
least.
introduce
oh, that's
our
right.
third.
So our third guest is Miss.
I mean, with some fuerza.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There we go.
Dale, vamos.
So my government name is Damaris Negron, but everybody calls me KickitwitDD.
So today you're kicking with Didi.
There is no more.
We are kicking
Yeah.
it with Didi.
We're kicking it with
Yeah.
Didi.
Yeah,
Let me
we're
tell you,
kicking it with Didi.
There is no other woman who I think is more Puerto Rican in this culture of sneaker collecting than Miss Damaris Negron, because she introduces herself, Damaris, as Damaris all the time.
That's my daughter's name.
Oh yeah.
Demaris, we call her Maris.
Yeah, so she will not say Damaris ever. You see her, she's like a Damaris. Watch all her YouTubes. You'll see her. It's Damaris.
Demaris. Bless. So look, we're connected. That's my daughter's name. Boom. So we got my man Loso Del Fresco. My man Mike Black. We made it to New York. We're here for the Puerto Rican Day Parade weekend. So let's get it started. We're going to introduce the ladies and tell us who you are and what got you into kicks. So I'll start with the young OG.
That's right.
We gotta hit you right here.
I'm 25 years old. I've been doing the sneaker thing for 10 years. What started me was me getting bullied and teased, and then my oldest sister, she used to collect sneakers, and the guy that she was dating during that time, he was with the manager Models. So he used to hook her up. And then when I wanted shit, she didn't want to give me shit. So I would, my dad used to give me an allowance. So I would rack up that allowance money and just walk into the store and buy my own sneakers. And then I took it more into consideration in 2006.
2006? That's when I started doing it. I was 607.
I was 14.
I was not. I was not. Alright. Miss Kixie?
Everybody calls me Jixie. My name is Jasmine. A lot of people know me as Jasmine too. I grew up in Brooklyn, in Bushwick.
Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at?
In a time where, hip hop was cultivating. I lived in a very Puerto Rican neighborhood in Bushwick. It was like one side was all Latinos and the other side was all blacks, and everybody mingled together. And sneakers was a big thing for us, and it was a big thing for my parents. So my father was into kicks, and
Oh, so you're like second generation.
yeah, my father's still into kicks. For Father's Day, I had to go pick out his sneakers, but
What'd you got?
What is he into?
he needs Adidas shell toe for life. He has he's a brand head. He's not a sneaker head. He's been wearing shell toes.
It's a New York thing, right?
Yeah.
He's
Adidas.
been wearing shell toes his
His
whole
foot is shaped as a shell toe.
pretty much like
Well, that's all he wears.
that's all he wears.
He's molded.
And he tried a new pair recently. He was like, "What the hell is this? Like the soft sock ones?" He doesn't like soft sock sneakers, just like me. But he used to collect. He used to just buy. It wasn't collecting at the time. He just always had to have his stripes had to be multicolors, blacks, whites. He just had to have every flavor of his 3 stripes on the shelf.
He changes the laces too and everything.
Fat laces.
Fire.
No, my
Classic.
first of all, he don't call sneakers or kicks. They dogs. Those are his dogs. You know what I'm saying? Those are his dogs. So he's like, I need a new pair.
New slang for the last of the Sohicans.
Nah.
I've never heard that ever in my life.
You better go back to the 80s, boy. That's straight, like, 80s lingo. My father be like, yo, I need to go clean my dogs. Yo, you stepped on my dogs. I'm like, yo, what? And I'm like, God, so I had to grow up with this.
That's like Bicho yesterday. Because
so-
Bicho for them is a kid.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
somebody said, Bicho, he was like, go get your Bicho. We
Yeah,
was like, yo, that's not
that's Salvadorian.
Yeah.
I'm
You
Salvadorian.
can't be saying that in Puerto Rico. You be like, whoa.
Venga, bicho.
Watch out
Venga
with the
aquí.
X-rated
Little kid,
shit.
Whoa.
And then he's like, bicho means.
I was like,
Yeah.
Bicho,
Yeah.
That's the D.
Yeah.
So hold on. Before we go to
Kids
Miss,
for us.
before we go to Miss Lace, we gotta shout out this awesome
Oh,
T-shirt. We
Jordan
gotta
brand.
pull out the hair. There you go, the Jordan brand.
Nueva
Nueva
York.
York.
It's made for Puerto Ricans, for New York, and the flight symbol's fucking crazy. We
And I saw they have the coqui, the taino,
yeah,
like the
inside
symbols. That's
inside
ill.
of the letters, which is dope.
You should have dropped a Puerto Rican Jordan 1, right?
It's been a long time. I mean, that one right there is a grail. Like, you lucky, watch it, watch that sneaker. You don't know how I've been looking. There's sneakers on my radar, and I searched through many sites, many apps, many channels, many consignment stores. Everybody's on the radar for that one. That hasn't popped up in New York. Give me the sneaker. Air Jordan,
Yeah.
1 low.
Fats.
Mello wore this. It has the coqui in the inside. It has the number 3. It has the Puerto Rican 23. It has the Puerto Rican logo. Like,
That was made for the
come on,
basketball team.
right?
For the Olympics.
For the Olympics for Puerto Rico. This is like a grail, and people be like, "That's not a grail. This is a grail."
One of
to
72,
me.
damn it, is a grail.
And yeah, it's a grail to me, and I still can't get my hands on this. What size is this?
Not sure. Not sure.
What size?
Not
is
even
this?
close.
Where did you
Oh,
get
fuck, I pay very well. But this size, this sneaker is so rare. And let me tell you, there's a lot of sneakers that people will hit me up and say, look, this one came through. Like, you know, it's used or something like that. Or they'll tell me something. And this one hasn't come through in New York in 7-8 years. The last time I saw one, it was like a size 13. It's very big sizes. So obviously people
You came
kept
across
them.
the 13?
I came across a 13. Yeah, it was brand new. They wanted like $2,000 for it, but I was like,
Yeah.
What?
On eBay,
Yeah.
when they first dropped, they wanted 700.
They wanted $2,000 for that.
And shout out Goliath, Spanish Harlem. Unfortunately, it's no longer here. That was one of my favorite spots. Every weekend when I used to come
Yeah.
for the Puerto Rican Day Parade, I always went and saw Rosie. I always copped something.
Yeah, I remember
Shirt,
they had a
hat,
crazy line
anything.
for that
They did.
Goliath.
Awesome. So, my next guest.
Okay, so I'm Laced Up MD on Instagram, and I'm kind of an OG collector, but I stopped collecting for a long, long time while I was in medical school, and I just got back into it again maybe in 08, 09.
Flex again.
something
And where?
like
Why
that.
did you stop collecting?
Because
Flex.
I was in medical school.
Flex.
So, you know, all that time studying and trying to, you know, become a doctor, I had to stop. And
I
plus, I,
mean-
had no money. I was poor, real poor. I couldn't,
When you go
couldn't
to
buy
school-
sneakers.
You were
at all.
becoming a doctor?
Yeah.
When you go to
Bless.
school, you're poor.
Bless. You know what's crazy? Like, sneakerheads are always the like poorest people, but yet again, we have so many sneakers, but we always.
You know what? That was always the stereotype, I think, right? Like, sneakerheads, you spend all your money. But I think now, like, we've had to learn how to really hustle in order to
Yeah.
afford
Yeah.
our lifestyle completely.
Me and her, we resell.
I see sneakers that have.
Hey.
I see sneakerheads that have, like,
You have to hustle.
Yeah, especially in New York.
Bro, who can afford? There's a new sneaker drop every
Every week.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. If you think
I'm
about
sorry,
it.
multiple
And-
every week.
Right, right,
It used to be
multiple
one every month or so, and now it's like,
Yeah, I remember Nike Air Force One Color of the Month in DC,
and it's
Maryland, New
every
York.
brand, and it's every
now
brand.
we have multiple players.
and then
We
you
used-
have overseas.
Yeah.
So it's
That's
a
right.
lot.
You used to have like the Jordan, the
And pop-ups.
Barkley.
There's never been so
pop-up.
many pop-ups till
yeah.
now. Today there's a pop-up in Governor's Island for the airships.
For the
next-
space
yeah,
camps,
the
the
space
Tom
camps.
Sachs.
Son, and then
You can go. I ain't going.
But it's crazy because you need the way they make you do it. They funnel you through Twitter. They make you do a RSVP. It's all kinds of different things that are going on in order for you to be able to buy the
access.
But yeah, to even get.
Now take
the
it back to
sneaker.
y'all's day when it was like you just go and
And just buy the
buy
shoe.
a shoe.
Yeah, you just go and buy the shoe.
A lot of people bug out. I used to put my sneakers on layaway. Like most of my Jordans, straight up. I would
Bro,
put
I still do that. Champs.
Layaway.
Foot Locker don't
You
do it no
lucky.
more.
You
Champs still
lucky.
does it.
No way.
Well,
So,
back in
I used to
DC
go.
area, they still
I used
do
to
layaway.
go, pick up a pair, put another pair on layaway, and I used to tell my dad, "Yo, Dad, I got a pair of Jordans on layaway. You're gonna have to go." And there was a spot called Angelo's shoe store on Knickerbocker Avenue. Angelo's had shoes, one size shoes and one size sneaker. Homie if he would have been still open today, he would have had he had like a very old Jordan account because he had it from the 80s to the 90s. So he had all kinds of Nikes. So I used to put the sneakers on layaway. They were $64. So, 12s, 10s, 9s were $65 in my size. And I used to put them on
How
layaway.
much down? How much did you have to get down?
Like $20. I used to throw a 20. I used to throw a 20 and be like, "Yo, Bob, put 2 pairs. Take 2 pairs out for me. I did really good on my test. I got a 90. He used to be like, "I hate you." And then he used to go and grab my sneakers and then I purposely used to tell them to give me the money so I could go, and I would put another pair in layaway. And that's kind of like back then how I amassed like my collection, like not Barclays, Bo Jacksons I used to grab.
That's different for me because I'm from the Bronx and I didn't know that. There was so many stores. I'm by Yankee Stadium, so growing up there was 10 sneaker stores in my neighborhood. 10 sneaker stores. So if one store didn't have it, another store would get it. So either way. But now there's not that many stores in the Bronx no more because there's not that many people that's like into it. Now there's Flight Club and there's all these stores. Everybody's always in Flight Club and stuff. So.
Well, you guys are lucky because you're New Yorkers and I didn't have that luxury. I'd get my shoes in Puerto Rico.
Right,
Basically, when I was there during the summers,
tax.
they used to sit on the you could still get them there. So
Yeah, but that tax is 13%.
13%.
there was no sales tax back then.
She's an OG. She's an OG.
There was no such thing as a sales tax in Puerto Rico. That's only in the last 5 years.
Because
So.
they needed it. Okay, so let's get into the Puerto Ricanness of this episode.
Yeah.
She said, we got to talk about the Puerto Rican influence
Of course.
of sneakers.
Right. So
So give me y'all's views on how the Puerto Rican culture and pride and everything influenced the sneaker game.
well, first of all, throw me a sneaker. So
I love it. She's the ringback. Give me the sneaker.
give me the shoe. So Didi, right? You got this G unit. What year, Didi?
These were like
05.
04. No, those were 04.
2004, right?
Those
So
were
this
four.
is not even the first pair of where you see Puerto Rico on a pair of sneakers, right?
What was the first?
So let's go back. Air Force Ones. Before
Big pun,
Air Force
100%.
Ones, no, there was a Hyperdunk. Before
Yeah.
there was a Hyperdunk PE for Puerto Rico for the team.
Excuse
Before
me.
that,
Excuse
before that, I think there was a Reeboks Pro, if I'm not mistaken. I think Reeboks was probably the first to do
We're
it.
Googling these. I've never seen them.
A Reeboks Pro, maybe. I told my father to pull them out. My father's the one that pulls out Yankee Reeboks Pros. I'm like, what are those? And he's like, I went to the clubhouse in 1989 and they were giving these out and I got them. I'm like, oh, whatever. So there's a long history of sneaker brands promoting Puerto Rico. They say it's a lot because of the sports. You know, Puerto Rico is a commonwealth of the United States. So it gets treated a little, in a sense like the United States. But I have my own opinion about that. I truly think that it is because of how Puerto Ricans embraced the sneaker culture. You know, not only in New York, but you go to Chicago, you go anywhere else where Florida. I mean, it was a mass of Puerto Ricans that migrated from Puerto Rico in the 70s and 80s. You know, my grandparents, everybody's families came to the United States, right? Puerto Rico was poor. Puerto Rico is poor, Puerto Rico.
Right, I tell people, so there's a difference between state poor and Puerto Rican poor.
Yeah, Puerto Rican poor, you just can't find jobs over there. That's the problem. So you could grow your own food, and it's like any other West Caribbean island. You could grow your own food, you could live on the land, you got your property, it's cheap, but you don't have any jobs. So what happens is everybody came over here trying to work. They were hearing, there's work in New York. They were taking factory work, going to school. Everybody was trying to make it. So what you had was a bunch of kids running around the street, aka my parents,
right?
Running around the streets. Hip hop was starting to develop, and especially in New York. New
the
York,
birthplace.
You have El Barrio, you got the South Bronx, you got Bushwick, you got East New York, you have Queens. You have a bunch of different areas that was like so saturated with these Puerto Ricans that migrated, and they were evolving into hip hop just like every other community. So guess what? Sneakers was the center of that.
That was
because
the
you
glue.
couldn't b-boy in shoes, and you couldn't put on your Ballys or your Playboys, and you couldn't b-boy. So it became about having good sneakers so you could go out there and dance and be a part of this culture. And Puerto Ricans really embraced the sneaker culture, and it began to grow from there. And I think a lot of the brands recognized this, and they recognized, this time of year, how many red, white, and blue sneakers come out. Like, be on point for a lot of this. How many, we just had Jordan Brand with the all red suedes or blue suedes. Like, be on point to how many red, white, and blue sneakers truly come out. They may not be Puerto Rican sneakers, but
We rock 'em.
it's
Yeah.
definitely red, white, and blue.
They
And
still appeal to us.
right,
Our
and
colors.
that's the thing. Everybody gets patriotic around this time, and I believe there's 8 to 10 million Puerto Ricans in the United States right now. That's more than.
That's way more than that's like 3 times the island. 'Cause the island, I think, right now is like 3 million.
And on the island right now is 1 million Puerto Ricans.
Right,
and
there's a lot left. Yep.
And there's a million
We become extinct
Dominicans,
now.
and then there's like another percentage of people that are German, Chinese. There's a whole bunch of different cultures over there.
I saw Chinita. She was speaking perfect Spanish. Not Spanish. She was speaking Boricua.
They speak
Yeah,
they-
Chacho, she was like,
lots of chinitos.
She was
They
speaking
speak better than
Boricua. I was like,
When
oh
I was growing up down there, there was always, I mean, they speak perfect
Perfect.
Spanish.
I was like,
The
golly.
Chinese
Better
food
than
spots
me.
over there.
They sell tostones with the food, bro.
Yeah.
You get beef and broccoli and
With a
tostones on the
presidente.
side.
With a presidente.
I went to what was it, Taco Bell in Puerto Rico, and they had
McDonald's.
Papa Supreme. I was like, what is a Papa Supreme? It was a Papa Supreme. I said, what is a Papa Supreme? It was like nachos, but with
McDonald's?
everything
You know,
on top of
KFC
it.
over there is arroz con habichuela and
I need a mulo, pierna, and
Oh,
arroz con
yeah.
habichuela.
There's no KFC or Popeyes. Over there is a pollito.
There's no churches? I thought churches
Yeah,
over
there's
there.
churches. There's KFC
Yeah.
too. There's all
Okay.
that stuff.
Yeah, but the menus
But their
change.
sides are very different.
Like in McDonald's, you got maduros. You don't
Yeah.
need French fries. They straight up give you maduros that somebody's cutting and squashing in the back.
God bless our people. So when did you first encounter the Puerto Rican culture with sneakers?
When I was in Puerto Rico.
Really? In Puerto
Yeah.
Rico, they was even down with sneakers back then.
Yeah,
G-Unit.
always been. Always. Now, okay, so
And shout out Team Koki Sneakerheads. I didn't know that existed. I was very ashamed of myself. I was like, I want to be a part of the team.
Knocking on the door.
I'm like, let me in, please. You know what I mean? Okay. So best. So PR.
So PR. So I mean, basketball is a huge sport in PR. First of all, so back in the days, I mean, there was sneakers before Jordan, but I'm saying when Jordan came on the scene, it was huge in Puerto Rico. Like so big that over there, even back then, people used to like get like guns to their heads for their Jordans, and this is like in the 80s. We're
That's
talking
realness.
about
That's
that
not
On the
real
island.
Puerto Rican.
on the
Yeah.
island.
It's not real life.
I got my first pair of Jordans on the island in 1989.
Bless.
That was the Bread 4s I got there, and then I had a hustle.
I know, right? Shout out.
Yeah, but I wanted all three colorways that came out at that time because I was just feeling those shoes. Like, what? My dad was like, nope.
Do you
not
still have
getting those. No, I don't have the originals. I wish that I did.
Oh,
But
man, you.
look, I've lived too much life since then. I've moved too many places, and who can carry around old 1989?
And in the
Farm
80s and 90s, early 90s, you don't even think about
No,
it. You destroy
no.
them, trash. Now it's like you
I don't
keep your
even
old
think that I
Beatles.
trash them because I don't really trash my kicks like that.
She walks so
But
lightly.
I literally, like, you know, shortly after that I had my oldest daughter, and, you know, I was focused on going to school, and that wasn't a thought for me, but I didn't have time for extracurriculars, basically.
Yeah,
now I
gotcha.
have time, so now I think about
You
the
a doctor
shoes
now.
all the time. Yeah, exactly.
Puerto Rican
That's
doctor.
right, Puerto Rican
collects
doctor.
Puerto Rican female
Yeah,
doctor
that's right.
that wears sneakers to work to see patients.
If that's not represented with flavor, I
Like,
don't know
if
what
you
is.
see your doctor in some like DBs, I'm be like,
Yeah.
anything you say is right. I'll be
I was
like,
like, you
anything
playing
you
nigga?
say is right. You are right. Anything you say in some DBs or some breads, I'm
She
like,
walks in, I'll be
you
like,
are right.
yo.
Whatever you said I have.
You have high cholesterol. You know I do have high cholesterol. And you got fire on your feet, by the way.
No, can we take a shoe
Do
fee?
your patients ever say anything
Oh
to you?
yeah. I get patients. Well, okay, so it's so funny how that works because the people who know sneakers, they're like, oh, my doctor wearing Jordans? Oh, they get all like happy and everything. And then here's the other one that you would never expect. So the little old ladies, I really like your shoes. What are those? They love. I'm not even kidding you. The little old ladies love Jordans. All of them. Every time I wear, that's a really nice shoe. What is that?
That's so funny.
Awesome.
It is. I'm like, oh, that's so funny.
That's like this woman. She had to be like 80 years old. I see her walking on Midtown, walking her dog. Straight up had OG Laneys on with a blue and yellow t-shirt and like some real grandma jeans on. I said,
I be
my legs were dying. She was like, I was like,
when
goals,
the Champagne
goals.
Sixes came out,
Yeah.
he had a suit and tie. He was like 60 years old, suit and tie with a suitcase, and he had them on, heading his way to work.
Fire.
Yeah, I wear
Kinda
a
leather.
suit. I wear a suit every day to work, and my shoe to go to work is foams. Like I need to go on the train, to jump around on this concrete, to run. Like I need my foams.
Yeah.
There is no like I wore low tops once. I don't even remember what sneaker it was. I broke my ankle. Oh, I remember what sneaker it is now. I'm not wearing that sneaker ever again. I swore that sneaker home. But I broke my ankle.
Asics are comfortable. I love Asics.
I can't.
When we did our episode a year ago, he was like, "What do you think's doing?" I was like, "Asics." He's like, "Nah, Adidas." I'm like, "Adidas doesn't count, man." Of course,
I
they're
wore
gonna win.
Asics so long ago. Like, I think I stopped really being into Asics in like 2000, maybe like 2000, 2001.
And now you're forever 23.
No, you know what? I have all brands. Like I love to try new brands. Brooks, even brands that ain't nobody
Shout out Brooks.
Diadora's actually on my top 3 of like favorite.
I love the
Her
quality of
collection is every
Diadora's.
sneaker brand ever.
That's
It's
good.
her collection.
That's good.
Me, I'm quality for every brand. Like that's me.
And why is that important for our culture?
It's just important because you know what? Growing up, being in the sneaker community, being buying so many shoes, spending so many time buying Jordans, Nikes, all these different brands. I've got to get all the general release. I've got to taste all the colorways. So at this point, personally in my life, I just want to get quality. I want to get something that my old eyes have never seen before. I want different material. I want a different technology in the sneaker. I just want something different all the time. And for me to keep getting the same, like ones, and to keep getting the same, colorways that keep coming out. Like if I see another freaking bread colorway of anything, it's classic to a lot of people, and it's nostalgia. And a lot of sneakerheads buy stuff by nostalgia. And I have a lot of my OGs. That's one thing. I have early 90s sneakers. I have 80s sneakers. I even have a pair of 79 LA Gears. Like, I have very old.
Shout out LA Gears, boy.
I had a pair of LA
I have quite a few
British
LA
Knights.
Gears and British Knights, old feet.
And you can find them cheap because some people don't want them.
Right.
Like the Larry Johnsons, I found some 93 Larry Johnson. Yeah, with the 2, with the number and everything.
Yeah, dope.
Like $18 eBay.
A lot of people don't want them. I've saved mine, and a lot of them are in great. A lot of them are in great condition
No, they
still,
are.
They are, yeah.
because they didn't make sneakers like they do now back then.
Right.
So a lot of them are in great condition, like my Sean Kemp's Reeboks, my Kamikazes.
Whew.
My old,
my favorites. Yeah.
that's
me
that's
too.
Kamikazes. Like
The 2s
up
are
there.
the ones.
People ask me what's my favorite sneaker, and I'm like, I have like 10 favorite silhouettes, but I can't give you a
can't
sneaker.
Yeah, it's too much.
I depend on the colorway, the model, the brand.
It's like a puzzle for me. You ask me that
So
question,
it's
I'm
like
like,
your
well,
favorite Jordan, be like, hold on,
can
what's
I
my
ask
favorite
you,
Jordan 1?
what are we basing
Right.
this on? And top 3 of what brand?
So how about this?
Anybody who says that they could choose one favorite
They a
shoe,
liar.
It's impossible.
It
It's
is.
impossible.
So how about this? Since we're talking about the best.
Unless it has sentimental value, Some
That
people
doesn't
be like,
count either. Because
You know, it's funny because I can pinpoint one shoe
yeah,
only
hers.
simply
I can tell you
because
what hers is.
yeah,
Your
but that's
fours.
yeah, my
Because you
fours.
start
Four guy.
The Bread Force.
Yeah, but the
Because
Bread
she's a four
Force
guy.
is
Yeah.
what sucked me in. I
that's
remember
what the first
owning
one you got,
other
right?
kicks. I had other shoes before, I had Reeboks, I had all other shoes before. But that shoe, when I held it in my hands for the first time, it was like, I became possessed.
It's
Like,
because it's the first, it's like that first,
I'm
that
a
feeling,
sneaker.
right?
it was that feeling, that nostalgia. So when the 2012s released, and this was now I'm getting right back into the sneaker
like
game
Einstein.
again. I literally got them and I held them. Like, I took a picture of myself cradling the shoe. Like, my
was
babies are
the
with me
Tiffany
again.
Dunks.
The lows?
No, the highs.
The highs, okay.
When they first came
She
out,
slept with them.
yeah, I did. When when they came out February of 2014, I was a senior in college, and I was with my ex during the time, and he never had a Valentine, so I got him a pair, and I got him some chocolates with it too. And the lady who did the chocolates, she designed them the same colorway as them, so it was cute. And then so I didn't know the same day when they came out, they came out my size. So I was debating. I was like, you know what? Let me wait. Let him get his pair first. It took me 3 years to get them. So I just got them in November for a great price. And when I post them up and she saw the pictures, the whole time. The whole time. I even painted my nails the same color as them and everything.
That's
I
dedication.
love them. I love them.
All right, so what's the best Puerto Rican themed sneaker ever?
Air Force.
Which one?
I had the red one.
That was the 4.
Yeah, the red one. It's between the red one and the navy blue one.
Which one? There was 2. There was one with the red bottom,
The red bottom.
and there was one with the red swoosh,
The red bottom.
with the white swoosh.
Yes.
That's my favorite.
Because that one actually came out of my size. The other one I couldn't find it. I could not find it at all.
That's one.
I made the Kubos Puerto Rican. Kubo's
Yeah.
are Puerto Rican. One's red and one's blue. So I made Kubo's Puerto Rican.
The last mile is to be considered as a Puerto Rican shoe
Yeah,
too.
I
last
made
mile.
Kubo's
The Air
Puerto
Max
Rican.
ones that just dropped, the red and blue.
Okay,
You know what? I was
so
telling
the
him-
one with the flag on it. what sneaker with the
Was that
flag
a
on it?
contest shoe? How did
That's
That's like
funny.
the ones that
They
were
made it
released
for
not
the
that long ago.
foundation.
A
Which
couple
one?
years ago, the Air Force Ones that have the
Was the one that was patent leather on the back?
No, I know what you're talking about. That had the boogie.
it has the print on the
Yeah,
sides.
2013.
Yeah, it wasn't that
I
long
was like,
ago.
The one that was
Ago.
etched?
Yeah.
And it had the
Yeah.
stitching? That's my
Yes.
favorite.
It
I
was
bought two
high
pairs.
I
I had two
I
pairs.
was so
Laser
upset
hand
because they
thing.
did not come out.
That's
in
when
my size.
Nike
What do
was
you-
going laser happy. They were
Yeah,
like,
they went-
That
Yeah,
was
yeah,
six
yeah.
and shit.
Yeah, you know, yeah.
Years ago, I thought that shit was whack. I thought
So that
So
shoe
they
came
hit
out.
those
I
with the
remember when it
outlets.
came
They
out,
were
and
the
I was like
outlets.
looking
I like
for
the
it, looking
trainers.
for it, and I'm like, wait.
Do you know who had it?
What?
Do you know who
This
had
doesn't
it?
even have in my size.
eBay had it before everybody.
yeah, they did.
Yeah.
eBay had it for everybody.
That's because they be dropping all that stuff from Portland. The PDX, shout out.
Yeah.
They be dropping. They be on the low over there. They have all their stuff, and then you
They
see them
still
miraculously
running,
on
even though they
eBay.
got shut down by Nike.
No, not Supply PDX.
Oh.
There's another
So-
PDX.
Darling, don't shout out the bootleggers.
Yeah.
So the PR3s,
I'm gonna say the Adidas, the music collection that
The
they
sh-
have,
the one with the salsa one?
Yeah, the salsa one. That one was like the best.
and it
was
had
a
the illest jacket.
shell toes, and then it was like inspired by different music from all over the world, and one was salsa from Puerto Rico. So it had congas on the side.
And
it had
ballets
And they had the
people-
track jacket, right?
Right,
and it
track
had a
jacket. It had the dopest jacket.
So I had people like, first of all, those were so hard to get. That whole collection.
No kidding, I still can't find it.
That collection dropped in certain places only. It's sold out, and you know what? People that buy things like that, they don't freaking resell it. So you
I
don't
know.
find that.
You know why?
They collected.
That's
You know what?
Art.
Social
Art.
media, though, social media has made it easier to cop sneakers.
Hell
To
yeah.
me, before social media, you have to make phone calls. You have to.
That's
get
what we did
other
today.
sneakers. Oh yeah, today is.
Because hey man, you got the LBC in a size 13.
Yeah, those
we're on
Long
the
Beach
way.
Cortezes was dumb
I just
hard.
saw them. I just came from Vegas, and they had all the West
oh, they
Coast
had them over there?
sneakers.
Yeah.
And I was loving the West Coast selection of
I
sneakers.
made that Cali call from top
Because
to
here,
bottom.
you come to
Yeah.
New York and you
Yeah.
see...
Only Long Beach had them.
Yeah, Long
in
Beach had
Cali.
them. But House of Hoops Vegas had them too. Because
Oh,
they had
okay.
they had a Cortez party over there.
Yeah,
They had
nobody
one
in the
here.
East Coast
They
had
had
them.
the
I called
Compton
from top
ones.
to bottom. Nobody. Only what's the place in Brooklyn that we just got them?
Woodstock.
Yeah.
Woodstock, something like
Woodstock.
They
that.
had the Long Beach.
Shout out Woodstock, Tony Woodstock.
So then you're the PR for
Yeah.
2013. That was my favorite. That was like the beach
Air
boat
Force
type.
One, yeah.
But I do like this tomorrow. I'm gonna wear my trainers, my Puerto Rican
The
trainers.
Bo Jacksons?
Yeah, because I love them, and like I beat them up every year. That's like my Puerto Rican sneaker that's my go-to, and not to mention it's the only one that I have like in my vision because I have this issue with I have sneakers in many places. That's my problem. So what I have, like what I took out in April, is for the rest of this summer. So that sneaker it stays in my collection all year.
So you rotate. You rotate
by seasons.
by
Yeah.
seasons.
Now I take my sister's closet, so my apartment, and then now I gotta go 2 buildings down if I need another pair of sneakers. I gotta knock over my sister's house just to go in, because I have so many now. And then I
Right.
have people now who grew out their shoes who are selling their collections, and they come to me, and every week I will go and buy their collections. So like this week, one of our friends, Pedro from Soul Exchange, he's selling his whole SB collection. And
What size?
Why?
6, because he has no space in
We're,
his
we're,
house.
trying, we're trying to bring back Nike SB
Yeah,
Dunk.
yeah. Our Nike, it's Nike. It's
We're on a
Nike
campaign
SB
trail.
Dunk.
He got
But I don't think that I don't think Nike SB died. I just think that the ones they make
Would you say they
now.
went into a coma?
They went in- they're a little coma. They're sleeping.
You know what it
Oh,
is?
okay.
You say that and then they bring them back and then they slut them out.
I love them.
They're gonna slut
But
them
they
out.
do slut them out.
They're gonna
and
slut them out. You
Those
when they-
these Forbes.
don't say that. Don't go on this crusade. They're gonna harass you.
I know, right? Hold up. We was trying to save him.
It's enough. They started coming out with the box collection, right? The orange box, pink box. They restocked them on the low. So now they're gonna come. They came and they restocked all of them. Remember at the same time, it was tight. We was there in the chat group and we're like, yo, log out, get them. And we're like, get me a pair, no, get me a pair. And we're all like going crazy for them.
I think the
concepts-
black box era, they never restocked. That's
Yeah,
what
but
that used to
the
get me, man.
concepts that
That's
they
what I'm
had,
waiting for,
the
the
concepts
themes.
they had back then, and the
Were so
designers
ill.
back
Yeah,
then, when
so
you're talking
ill.
about Todd Bradshaw and what he's done with SBs, and then you bring it all the way now, they can never go back to that. They'll never make that again. Like
You don't think so? All this new blood, new creativity, new material.
I have serious SBs.
Because what's the dude that we talked when we interviewed Impressa? He said, "What's the new cat that Nike picked up?"
Oh Jesus. We were
He
drunk.
shot.
Oh,
Is that
okay.
his name?
I don't know. I was drunk.
Yo, he doesn't know about it. Remember he said that he's like, yo, what are those? He's like, he doesn't really know about the old dunks. So.
Well, a lot of people within the brands don't know history.
Yeah, they don't know.
Is that killing the game?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, no, yeah.
No?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I think so.
No.
Yes.
You know why? Because you have to move forward with technology. You have to move forward with sneakers.
Go ahead, hold on.
Alright, so here's my take on all of it,
OG,
okay?
go ahead. Hold on, two mics. We
So
gotta put it
having
in.
seen multiple generations of things, everything cycles.
Right.
So it doesn't
Just like
matter where
fashion.
you're at now. You can be the top. You can be the best thing ever. Look at Vans. Where are we at with Vans right now?
They're
what
awesome.
were Vans? Vans were nobody bought Vans before. Now Vans are back again.
'Cause
You know
Kanye.
they've gone through cycles.
'Cause
And it's
Kanye.
like
It's like-
anything.
it's a
Fear God
collab.
too.
Kanye.
Collab. Thank
Fear
you.
God.
But
Yeah.
Yes.
Snoopy was a
Snoopy.
trap.
Fire.
Snoopy, Disney.
They're
I told him, I was like, oh,
Branding.
these cops.
The
Yeah, they're
collabs help
branding.
because that's new creativity.
Correct.
So that's what pulls people into that brand again.
I just got
but
the
that doesn't
Yankees
mean
ones.
that
Those
it's
dope.
dead forever. It might be like sleeping right now, but it might be, it might take some collection to get put out there to
Or a
blow it
collab
back
that
up.
brings
Yeah,
it back.
of course.
Collabs is what got me into
Think,
sneakers.
Let me
think
tell
about
you,
it.
I used to
they
go-
did this cause for, and that was so dope. Imagine if
I
they do a
capped on my
collab.
birthday.
Yeah, I cop too.
I flew down once to Tampa, to the Tampa skate park, to go meet Todd Bradshaw and buy the cigar SBs. That came in the cigar box with the insoles and everything. It came with a poster. He signed my poster. There were 200
Say poster one more time.
Poster. That's mad.
I was
Brooklyn.
distracted. I was like, huh?
That's mad Brooklyn, yo. That's Brooklyn, Puerto Rican. Post. I said
Poster.
mother sneaker. It's not
That's my
yours.
favorite.
No, you
I need my
Joey.
sneakers.
Joey.
Sneaker. You got that sneaker in this size? They just look at me like, and you know, when I went to Vegas, everybody's like, I love your accent. I'm like, I don't have an accent. What accent are you saying I have? I'm like, you got the sneaker? She was like, say sneaker again. I was like, get her out of my vision.
Get her.
Get her out of my vision. She's talking about my sneak
And it's
eyes.
crazy, when I was in college, one of my speech professors, because they tried to brainwash me and everything. I've been in school my whole life. And he was like, you have to get rid of that accent. And I became so
That's
aware
you.
of my accent. And I was like, what accent? He was like, it's very New York. It's very Brooklyn. And he was like 100 years old. And he would make me say, how now, brown cow, like 100 times. I would sit there all the time to try and get rid of this accent and a bunch of other practices. I did it. And you know what's
Nah, I
crazy?
see, that's
When I
you-
go
that's
to
who
work,
you are, though.
when I go to work, I could turn it off. But this is just me comfortably.
I can never turn it
But
off.
I say water. They be like, what's that?
Oh, water.
I'm like, water. I need water.
I used to travel a lot for SBs because in New York, I mean, we weren't. We had a skate culture. We always had a skate culture here. It was always underground.
Right.
It was always viewed as underground here. It's not what it is now. Like now, they had a skate park. Nike had an SB skate park in Williamsburg for the summer. You had,
I didn't know that.
yeah, you had they had the Nike SB skate park. They had like little places to do tricks and stuff. And everybody migrating from LA out here to skate. And the culture, like they got skate lanes in Williamsburg and things like that.
They
So
just made a skateboarding park next to my house and I'm by Yankee
it's a
Stadium.
big culture now here, but before it wasn't. So SBs wasn't big out here. There was a time where you see a lot of female collectors. They're not SB heads. And another reason too is SBs, they didn't make concept packs in small sizes. So I never appreciated my size until a few years ago. I always
Right.
thought I had big feet. I didn't like my feet. Like
She's lucky.
I wanted smaller feet. I wanted to wear the sneakers the girls in school were wearing. I wanted the pink sneakers. I wanted the girly sneakers. I always thought everything about like my footwear was masculine. And they don't make them for girls, so the circumference of the upper is
So
wider.
you're like an 8, 9?
I'm an 8 in men.
Men?
Yeah, so I'm a 10 in women. I'm like an 8 in men.
That's the perfect size for most
I know,
collectors for
dudes
guys.
that
Yeah,
wear
they
6 and 7s.
Yeah.
yeah, but it's crazy. So
What size are you? Grade school? Like what?
So I was always able to cop SBs, and I loved SBs because again, quality. But they were making concepts like Todd Bradshaw would make the brainwashes,
Skunk
the Pee Wee Hermans.
He did Sun Helps too, right?
Sun Help, Ferris Bueller, like, and that was later in my collecting because you go before that a little bit. Before SBs, you got like the Terminators. Terminator. SBs derived from a bunch of different
They
sneakers.
did release.
You got
The joint
Terminator.
with the big says big Nike on the back.
Yeah, but in Japan, Terminators didn't really look like that. Terminators had an elastic band in the back. So it was like without it with the elastic band. It looked like a SB with an elastic band in the back. They were made for dancing. And I used to cop those. Supreme did a collaboration, and I believe they did it wasn't an SB dunk. It was another kind of dunk, and I'm blanking on the name right now. Pro dunk or something like that. It was before it became skateboard. So there was predecessors.
And it was an orange box dunk, right?
It wasn't it was a regular Nike box. It wasn't it wasn't an SB box because this is before SB. It's before they even thought of that concept. So there was a lot of different sneakers before that almost looked like it.
The bread colorway one?
There was no bread colorway. We old girl. We talking about, I want to say.
She said she bought her first pair in '89 in PR, baby.
Yeah, like we old. Like my height of my collecting, I want to say like, God bless Dad, 96, between 95 and 2000. That was like savage.
I wish I was in that era.
Years.
I was in medical school. I had no shoes then.
So hold on. So what year? So you started like '89.
That was when I got into them.
What
but
year did she? What year did she start?
You can ask her.
I
What did you do?
Because I'm over here trying to figure out ages.
She's much younger than I am.
I asked for sneakers at 6. I told my mother, and I'll never forget it because it was the first time that I saw a pair of sneakers on the floor, and I said, I was like, I want those. It was a Puerto Rican say Elise, so you say whatever you want, LC, other people.
Elise, right?
Elise,
We say Elise.
It's like Saucony's and Succanese.
Succanese.
Yeah.
Saucony, right?
I don't know.
Saucony.
People call it
Saucony,
Saucony.
In
yeah.
Ohio, it's Saucony.
I say
That's Saucony.
there was a point where they used to call them so cornies.
So corny.
They were so cornies in New York for a long time. Let's not get it twisted. All your hypebeasts out there wearing Sauconys now. But we
Sauconys.
Puerto Rican, I say Elise, right? The E's are heavy for Puerto Rican. So I seen a pair. The logo had like an orange. It looked like a sun. I was a little girl, and it had a sun in it. She just showed me a pair
I
from.
sent you
she
those
sent
in
me a
London.
pair from
Those
London.
things are big again in London, and people wearing the T-shirts, everything. They were in the JD Trainer store.
What?
They're back. They're back. Those
For
things
real?
are full circle.
I love how you got excited. They
I-
back, baby.
She sent me them to torture me. When I was 6 years old, I saw a girl in school with them in black, and they had like the orange sun. So I went home and I'm like, Mom, I need the sneakers with the orange sun. It has the E's. It's all with the E. And she's looking at me and she's like, Elise? And I'm like, yeah, those. And she was like an orange spot. And I'm like, yeah. So the next day, she got me a pair, but she got me in white. And I remember being a little upset. I'm a little freaking girl. So I got a little bit upset, but I had my Elise's. And then there was a pair of sneakers I liked that were Hershey, the chocolate brand. And I had a pair of Hershey sneakers, and they had the Hershey logo on the side. Like, at that age, I started asking for sneakers. And then my father used to always go and fix the car on the weekends, cop sneakers, we'd go eat breakfast. Like, I grew up.
So you used to go with him?
Yeah, all the time. Like, my father used to be all over, like, mom and pop shops, Foot Lockers, Michael K's. He'd been going to Packers since forever. Like, Packers, I've been going to Packers since forever. So, it's like, this was our thing,
My mother or daddy daughter bonding.
Yeah, it was always our thing because I was always like under his arm, so it was.
I got
like,
my baby. I call her Velcro.
Yeah,
Shout
I was
out.
always
She's right here.
I was always like, "Where you going? It's boy stuff. I'm going." So he would go like I would sit while they playing basketball and my uncles and everything. I would be on the side in the corner of the gate of the fence, sitting there watching them play basketball, and I'll be looking at all their feet, and I'll be looking at everybody's
I had
feet.
that
And
problem.
I had that experience too.
Yeah.
Well, and when I was in Puerto Rico and I was little, my brothers are older. They played, and that was when the Chucks came out. Everybody had on. The whole team had Chucks, and that was like
Because that was original basketball shit. You don't know that.
that
Yeah.
was a big
Before
thing.
Jordan,
All,
there
and
was
all
Chucks.
the little boys on the team, they all had their Chucks, and so that was being always on the basketball court with
You
the
were just
boys. That's what I always did was watch their feet.
I'm a tomboy, so in middle school, I always played with the boys. I never sat with the girls. Never sat with the girls. So that's how I learned.
Now hold
While
on.
all the girls was focusing on
Nails.
nails and stuff, I was focused on sneakers and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And
It's
all
true.
of that.
Yeah,
And I always felt
me
like that
too.
too. In high school, like, I never really fit in with the Spanish girls because a lot of them did not cop sneakers. They didn't know. I used to wear sweatsuits and sneakers. Like, that was my thing.
I
Some
went to
polo
all
and some
girls'
sneakers.
school,
I
And
used
then
to wear basketball shorts
you used to
and
have
basketball
the
jerseys. That's even worse.
The Latinas would be with their bell bottoms and their heels and their nails and their hair and they're all prissy. But I played ball in high school. And and that was my thing. I was very like into. I had so many hobbies, but my high school years, that's the 90s. That's the middle to late 90s. So 95s came out. You had 97s, you had 98, you had all of these different sneakers. You had Tim Duncans, you had all these Reggie Millers, you had just
man, Lowe's, he just
pillars.
like,
You had pillars. You had pillars. That's when fire was dropping, and I was just like obsessed. I remember they had to take my Sweet 16 money from me because the first thing I did, I had like 10, 15 G's. I'm like, I just gave these to Didi. These are 95s from 95. These are like the true OGs.
I'm not gonna.
I want her to restore them.
No,
I had those.
I want her to restore them.
No, I'm gonna put them in a glass case.
I want her to restore them. The air bubbles intact. Everything's perfect about the sneaker. Still, that's because my storage is ventilated for sneakers. But I have a lot of old sneakers, and that was the era. Like I bought those like during that time period. And when that sneaker came out, I had every single gray colorway with every color. So the gray with the pink, the gray with the blues, the grays, the original. I got like 5 pairs of original
I made fun
neons.
of for wearing Air Maxes.
Why?
That's why I switched to Jordans. Because in the Bronx, that was mainly the thing, Jordans.
I can't stand Jordans, and I know I shouldn't say that. I know I shouldn't say it in this palace, but that was my thing. So hold on. We gotta talk Team Coquille sneakerheads. What is that?
All right, so Team Coquille was, it's basically just a bunch of, it was started out by a Puerto Rican girl. And she
Bless the women.
Yeah, she was actually, she's not in the group anymore, but she's a veteran.
Okay.
And so she started.
Veteran like literally in the army?
Yeah, like she's like medically released.
That's okay.
So, she had started the group with some other people, and they had asked me if I wanted to join. It was basically all it was just sharing our passion for sneakers. That's all it is.
That's why I want people to know what it is.
It was just random people, but she was Puerto Rican, and the other people who started it, so they called it Team Coquille. And then Angel took it over, and he was actually in Puerto Rico, and we got to meet like through sneaker games and stuff like that.
Okay.
And
So
it's basically just promoting the passion of our, sneaker collecting. And it's like, you don't have to have a huge number of kicks or anything like that. It's any kind of level of collecting. As long as y'all share the same passion, that's all that is.
So girls and guys.
Girls and guys, yeah.
Okay.
And I have a little tag. Oh, man.
Oh, what's your tag?
Let me see.
I have to live stream.
She's live streaming the live video.
Because
Miss Lace is looking for her backpack.
Michelle, her trusty backpack.
You guys can move on to the next conversation while I dig this.
Oh no, I wanted to touch on the Team Coquille sneakers, and I think I've hit everything I wanted to hit. Anything you guys?
The female sneaker game.
The female sneaker game. The female sneaker game. That's what it was.
That's gonna take another hour.
Oh.
Wait.
Yo,
That's all.
Oh, wrong way. Thank you. There you go.
From Philly make that? What's his name?
I'm such a hater of you right
I got
now.
Luxo del Fresco one like that.
I'm a hater of you.
I don't know.
That's
if,
dope.
That's so
Nike
dope.
Nate made these. Honestly, I know he made mine. I have one that's laced up MD with the stethoscope. But I don't know who made these. I just got
So
one.
this is like a real deal movement.
Yeah, real deal.
Wait, flip it.
Flip it,
There
yeah.
you go.
How can you join team?
How do you join Team Coquille?
I'm hating because I want to be in there.
So I don't know. They just asked me. To be honest, I don't really know.
I would assume you use the hashtag and you contact the page, DM the page, and then you find out the instructions on how to join.
There's a kid. His name's Mello. He's in the DC area, and he was like 13 years old. He started collecting, and he would always comment on my pictures and say, "Oh wow, you're basically he looked up to me or whatever." And he's Puerto Rican kid.
Curly hair, Mello?
Yeah, Mello.
Same thing to me.
And he was like, I would love to join the group. Like, it would mean so much to me. And so I contacted Angel, and I was like, this is a good kid. Can we put him on the team? He'll be the youngest member, but that's fine. And he was like, sure, we'd love to have him. And he was like, oh, you made my day and all this. So that was like,
I met him in SneakerCon the first time, and like his father was like, oh my God, you're the chick that he always talks about.
He's still 13. He's a 13-year-old kid.
He's still 13?
I just want to know who he is. He's from
Yeah,
DC area.
Still a little
He's
teenager.
from DC. He's a teenager.
Oh, is
he's
he
probably
in
like
DC?
14 or 15. Yeah, he's in DC.
Shit, that's us.
Yeah. I'll give you his information.
That's what we
I
at.
get a little freaked out by people like in person. Like
I'm used to it now. But
some people
I
are
had
like,
stalkers. I had
"Oh my
somebody
God, you're
too.
Kixie Jixie," and I'm like, "Hi, nice to meet you." And they, you know, like, I like these sneakers. I like that you wore this the other day, and I'm just like, I'm still like, part of me, you know, growing up is, you know, first of all, my family is like, you're not allowed to talk about what you have or what you do. What you wear.
Right.
Like they teach you to be
What happens
quiet.
in La Casa
Yeah,
stay.
Yeah, you shut the hell up. So
My wife does that to me.
till this day, I have a problem like really putting like my
Yourself?
sneakers out
Yeah,
there
yeah,
and
yeah.
everything out there. Like people like to take pictures of their collections. I take snippets of mine. I haven't
saw.
put. That's
I know. You be like, this
And
is
I
a
be
quarter
like-
of the room.
I'm not even going there yet because part of me just never felt comfortable really putting that on blast like that. Like storages, I see people taking pictures in their storages. You know what some storage places look like in New York.
Right.
So don't go putting your
And they put the location
I
and
know
like, I'm
someone
here.
whose storage got broken.
Right, and it's like,
They stole 30 pairs of her sneakers, all dead stock, like Royals.
and that's a
I won't put my
God bless,
sneakers in
that's
no
a small-
storage.
Yeah.
I have a storage and I've had it for like 6 years. But
We're not
nah,
talking
my
about
shit,
the storage.
my shit, it's booby trap. You go in there, foam is gonna smash on your head with like an anvil. It's like an
Some
anvil.
Indiana Jones type shit.
It's gonna be like,
what's the code? I don't know. We gotta
Booby
move the
trap.
stones.
I got
Put your
fucking
fingerprint.
vision lens to get in there, handprint, like everything, like that shit. It's not a torch that you pull up and down. Like that shit is legit.
Garage door.
But it's also it's a special one. It's temperature controlled.
Okay.
There's a specific ventilation. It's a certain temperature
And you
all
got
year
it.
long. That's where the OGs are. That's why most of my OGs are pristine. Like my Kamikazes, my Raymans, all of that. Pristine condition. You could still feel the suedes and you could still feel the leathers condition, no creasing. They don't stay in the box with the acid paper, all that stuff is gone, so all the OG boxes are gone. But you know, it's a way to care for them that they will last. A lot of people say, oh, those sneakers 20 years old don't last. I have a lot that do last. It's depending. Sneakers have leather. Leather is skin. It's the same way you take care of your body, you gotta take care of your kicks. Straight up. And
We should start a
Look 'em up.
product,
You gotta moisturize
skincare
them.
product.
You
Like,
gotta
hey,
moisturize
yo,
this.
we got so Ricans
I
moisturizer.
had 99 Columbias. In 99,
Yeah.
never wore 'em. I wore 'em 3 years ago for the first time.
And they-
went to go get a Slurpee. King.
Yeah.
They
Instantly.
dried up.
Yeah.
They dried
My
up.
low top nines, the blue ones that
Yeah.
came out in early 2000. I literally just walked from my bedroom to the door and already.
And you left the
And your
soul
heart
in your
drops,
house.
Yeah.
right? Dude, I cried. I didn't
They're
want to go
not
to
gonna
work.
retro those. That one they
Yeah.
said they're not gonna retro.
I do sneaker funerals live on my Instagram, like
Yeah, she does it. Yeah, she
all
does.
the time. Like when I
That's
find a
dope.
sneaker and it I find it dead. I'm like, yo, I talk about the memory where I copped the sneaker, like where I wore it to, the memory of that, because every sneaker got a
I know
memory, a
someone,
feeling.
When the gold 97s came out, he pulled out his pair, and the second that he was taking pictures, it was. And he
Done.
took a picture, and it went viral of him. His shoe got destroyed when he was doing his on-feet pictures.
Aww.
Yeah, and then you do the Padre Nuestro. And
Mine is still
Right.
good. You know what I bought? I have my old ones. They're in good condition, and then I have the new ones. So I bought the new ones, and the other day I went to wear them. I couldn't put on the new ones. I was telling them. I said I had such a hard time putting. I was like, I put the old ones
the
on.
97s.
Yeah.
I'm still in my
Yeah.
feelings about that. I couldn't. I want them. I can't get them.
Let me
Can't
tell
find
you,
them.
97s was my
What
thing.
paint are you looking for? The silver?
No, the gold ones. Silver
My
ones.
90
Gold ones are
97s.
easy to find.
Around here?
Yeah.
Where?
I've seen them
I
in
need
so
a
many
13.
places.
I've seen resale, but I don't
your-
Your
man, I
size
wish
is
I
the
would've
issue.
known.
The 13 is
The
the problem.
13.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
No, you're gonna need a 14 because they run small.
They're
Yeah,
tight.
you're
They're narrow.
but
They're not.
yeah, they're narrow, but
They're
the
narrow.
13 fits.
But I still have all my 97s. Like I got military 97s. I got a pair of PEs. I got 97 PEs from the China Olympics in like, I don't know, 2002 or something like that. It was made, no, it was like 2004 or 5. It was for a member who was going to be in the Chinese in the Olympics from China to wear. So they actually made like 4 or 5 pairs of those. They're white and red. They come in like the dust bag that has the year, the Olympics, and the name of it. And they were all white satin with leather. and the whole bottom was red.
That
It
just
had
sounds
red.
sexy.
Yeah, it's a really dope sneaker. I always wish that I could collect PEs. Like that's the
That's
one.
hard. Ain't that? That's a hard thing.
Well, you know what? It doesn't exist for my size.
Oh.
So, you know, if I was a men's size 12 or 13 or 11, then it'd be easy to get into the PE game. But the one lacking thing in my collection is really having a robust selection of PE.
I like that word. Robust.
And I
I
really
hear
wish
robust.
that I could collect PE. So I went through a phase in my life where any PE, any one that they would make, I would have to buy it because I really wanted in my life a bunch of PEs which I couldn't have, and I gravitate to people who have lots of PEs because I love PE collections.
Anybody with a PE collection?
Shout out Sneaker Galactus. That's my dude. He has
his PEs.
Nuts. He did a whole museum of his own PEs and
That's what I think.
Like a
people
show. He did
There's
a
us
show.
should do.
another cat too.
To show these kids what it used to be. I think collectors need to step up and do like
But you know
museums
what?
and
Yeah.
displays.
Kids,
I think so. He should. He needs to.
Every Monday he does a show.
it's not
Good.
the kids' fault.
No, it's our fault because we didn't teach them.
It's
Just like
our
Puerto Ricans and
fault.
Spanish.
Yeah.
You yell at us for not understanding, but you didn't teach me Spanish,
You
damn
didn't
it.
teach me. And it's like,
My parents would not let me.
well, the problem is,
Yeah.
Forget that.
it's
When in
presentation.
the house is only Spanish.
Yeah, exactly.
You're only supposed to speak
Yeah, you
Spanish.
walk in here.
If you speak English, you're talking shit, which is
Pocotazo.
true.
Disrespectful. Yeah.
Now, my
Déjame
mother
buscar la
was
chancleta.
like, you will speak perfect English. She was like, you're not going to be a jibara. You're going to speak perfect English. She was like, go read the encyclopedia. And she said, send me in the room to read the encyclopedia. Like, that straight up was my mom. My mom used to punish me to read the encyclopedia. Like, that's why I have so much random knowledge.
That's why her PE collection is robust. It will be robust.
I wish it was.
All right, ladies. So look, we gotta hit the festival soon. So before we head out, I need everybody to say why they're awesome and their message to the youth or the sneaker game, whichever one you choose. So, boom.
Why I gotta be the first one?
Because you're the young OG.
Okay, so
Why you awesome and your message to the world.
why am I awesome? That's hard.
I'm awesome because I'm just awesome. That's not hard. It's awesome.
I'm awesome.
Cheating
I
answer.
know,
all right?
I'm awesome because I know a lot about sneakers. I could cook.
That's
Bueno,
awesome.
in sneakers.
In sneakers, I'm trying to do a cooking show.
With sneakers?
Yeah.
Yo, you see what we're doing. Easy setup,
So I'm
ladies. That's all
trying
you
to
gotta
that.
do.
And then, what else? Yeah, just me knowing about sneakers.
So what's your message?
My message to the youth is be who you are. Remember, like I said before, I was bullied because I was wearing my sneakers.
So no bullying over
No
sneakers. That's so
bullying.
stupid.
Today in today's world of sneakers, it doesn't matter what you wear as long as you enjoy it. That's what.
Can't stand you. Shout out Jordan. Miss Kixie, why are you awesome and your message?
I'm awesome because I'm a sneaker nerd.
What is a sneaker nerd?
You know all about sneakers, ins and outs of sneakers because you're obsessed with them, right? So you have a obsession with them. The youth, I love the youth, but
Yeah,
learn
about
the
hype.
history, learn the culture. It's not only about sneakers. Swag is sneakers. Wear clothing with your sneakers. Match your sneakers. You don't need 100 pairs of sneakers to be a sneaker collector. You can have 5 pairs of sneakers and be a sneaker collector. It's just about how much you love it. And I know that they see people on social media with lots of pictures and hundreds of pairs
and
of
they
sneakers.
probably ain't even their
And
sneakers.
that makes you want to go to desperate measures and buy a fake sneaker, or it make you just feel like you have to have the best sneaker. You have to have the sneaker that fits your style and your swag. Because there's some sneakers, I'll give you an example. A Yeezy does not look good on me. A Yeezy pronates on me, and I look really crazy in some Yeezys in the 350s. So, for example, that's a hype sneaker that I can't wear for even if I wanted to because it looks crazy on me. But stick to what looks good on you and continue to learn and be curious for that knowledge about sneakers because it's only going to heighten your sneaker game.
And it's gonna make your sneaker collection robust. And everybody needs a robust collection. Laced up.
All right. I would say I'm awesome because I am a very rare breed. I'm a, nerdy,
Latina doctor.
I'm a Puerto Rican female doctor sneakerhead, which I don't think there's anybody else out there like that. But
If we do, we want to meet you.
yeah, exactly. I would love to. That would be
Join
great.
the club.
There would be another person out there like me. That would be awesome.
Awesome.
For the youth, I would say, just do what you love, and whatever that is, it doesn't matter what anybody else loves. Like when I was growing up, nobody liked Jordans. I was a weirdo for liking Jordans where I was at.
And I'm glad you said that.
In Ohio. And as a female, like girls, you don't wear Jordans. Ew, why? That's what they used to say to me.
I almost forgot. My homie, Akil from Black Broadway Podcast, he wanted me to ask you guys. Because he asked me, he said, why do Puerto Rican women love Jordans so much? I was like, I don't know. I don't like Jordans. So why do the women... No, finish your thing and then we'll say it. I'm sorry. I was being rude.
For me, it was Jordan himself. Like, honestly, I was into that culture. The basketball, Michael Jordan. I was obsessed with Michael Jordan. Like, everything about him as a player. But, also sneakers were already part of our culture to begin with. So it just,
like she said earlier,
added to that.
Puerto Rico is very big on basketball.
Yeah.
So what happens is you grow up in Puerto Rican families. My grandmother has the game on.
I didn't know that.
My grandmother always has the game on. My family, women always have the games on because the men, they cook, men are in and out the house, and it's part of the culture. We're always into basketball. So growing up, you see basketball. We had one TV.
Jordan was just the
I had one TV
culmination.
in my house. My brother owned that TV, so it was always sports. And when it was sports, I would have to sit there and watch it with him. And I learned the game through him. And then I learned the sneakers. I watched Jordan play a lot as a kid. And I listened to his commentary. That's how I learned basketball so well. I learned Jordan so well.
So just the love of just basketball and...
So I'm sorry. I can't sit here and say that I loved the Jordans at that time. I grew to love them more as I got older. At that time, I was Reeboks.
Got you.
I was Team Reeboks. It was Sanders. It was all the Kamikazes. It was all the different sneakers, Shaqs at that time. But now in Puerto Rico,
didn't have nothing on them Jordans. Let me tell you.
But
the Reebok pumps came out, I was
But them Sean Kemps and them Raymans, and it was a different type of basketball sneaker because at the time Jordans was still. When you got to the 3s and the 4s, that's when Reebok, it was time to kill them. But 1s and 2s, Reeboks was still king at that time.
I think that's why I'm always gonna love Reebok. That time. Yeah.
But if you go to Puerto Rico now,
they all wear Jordans,
but their Team Jordan game is strong.
Yeah.
It's stronger than the retro game.
Yeah.
They clear out anything with the Jordan logo on it. The Team Jordan sneakers and the Jumpmans are off the walls to a point where I actually was able to find KDs and stuff that sold out all over still in Puerto Rico because the whole store is Team Jordan, and then there's a little tiny Nike section. So that's kind of what the culture is, in Puerto Rico for Puerto Ricans.
Gotcha. So your message to the youth.
Yeah, so the message to the youth is simple. It's just be yourself, and I always followed what I enjoyed and what I loved, even if nobody else did, and
I was just about to say, she gave up sneakers to go to school and become a doctor.
Yeah, but that was just delayed gratification. I still got my sneakers just later, and I did what I had to do.
Focus on education. Focus on cultivating your mind, making it nice and strong,
and making your mind robust.
Start your own trend. Don't follow people's trend.
Your mind
nowadays,
nice and strong.
everybody is so they want to look like everybody else on social media, and they're not of their own mind. And everybody wants to have everything now, so they can show off instead of working towards something.
Social media, and the kids look up to these YouTube.
Which there's always an influence. Back in the days, you used to go outside to the block. Everybody has sneakers on. My thing was I didn't want no sneakers that nobody had on. If you had those sneakers on, I'm not coming outside.
And that's
with those
the
sneakers.
message.
Because
that's the message.
I needed to come outside, and this was just me, and I needed you to say, what are those? I needed you not to know what I was wearing. And because we didn't have social media, I would travel to the Bronx, I would travel to Harlem, and I used to get something that I know wasn't in none of the sneaker stores in my hood. And I used to come back with it and put it, I'll never forget, I was the first person with Flint 13s. In 97, I was the first I was 3 months early. And that was a sweet deal. I used to leave 150 cash on the chair in Foot Locker, and in another chair was a bag, and I knew which one. And me and the employee used to just, and I used to take my bag, the money was there, he would take it, put it in his pocket, and walk. I was 3 months early on that sneaker. When I wore that out here, everybody was like, yeah, what the fuck? And I'm like, I'm out here.
She's over here
Same thing with the pink Bo Jacksons. It was a gray and pink pair of Bo Jacksons. I went and I got them in the Bronx. and I wore them in Brooklyn, and everybody, cause no social media, none of that. They weren't even in East Bay yet, and that's where you finding your sneakers. You open the East Bay, and that's
We
where
were talking about it. That was our Bible.
I used to
circle.
circle.
Like,
Yeah.
look at this.
Never got it, but I started.
Everybody would tell
Not
me.
me.
Everybody would tell
Not
me
me.
how you got so smart with materials and sneakers.
You used to say it. You used to say it right there.
East
Not
Bay.
You
I
pass
read.
by a store and you see the flyer of what's coming on the weekend, and it tells you.
Oh no,
right
baby,
there.
we had
Nah,
East Bay.
we had East
we had
Bay.
East
You read the
Bay.
material.
I would
Yeah, we
read
read the
it, right?
materials.
And then I, because I'm a nerd, I would go and find the material on the sneaker. And I'd be like, oh, there goes Phylon. Oh, ooh, there goes the carbon fiber. And then I would just look for it. And I'm like, oh, midsole? What's a midsole? And then I'm looking and I'm like, oh, it's the middle of this soles. And then, like, that's how I became just so knowledgeable about, materials. And a lot of it was, I'm not gonna front, East Bay. And East Bay will always tell you what's Nike's newest technology for football, for basketball, and they would embed it into their products. And I would read the shit out of it.
Front to
Sit
back.
back.
It's crazy. I got my nephew watching that, looking at that now. He's like, "Why are you reading?" And I'm like, "Get away from this thing." But that's
You gotta meet her
Encyclopedia.
nephew. You
You
gotta
have-
meet her nephew.
one thing is I'm noticing right now Puerto Ricans talk with their hands.
Yes.
So this whole time I'm like, "Hello."
We
So-
should make a Puerto Rican shoe and it has like hands.
Yes.
We should have sign language like yo, we're on fire.
We talk with our hands.
All right, so look, we gotta hit this festival. Thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you so
Shout
much
out to
for
my man
having us.
Pierre. Jordan has Brooklyn.
Jordan has Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Thank you.
Thank you
Happy
very much.
Puerto Rican Day weekend to everybody celebrating.
Celebrate, be proud. Remember, in
Be proud.
1958, the gag law. We were not
social
allowed.
media,
to do it.
handles.
No, I got you. We weren't allowed to raise our flag, so that's why we wear, with pride and during this parade. So, handles. Where you at? Where can we find you?
Instagram, KickitwitDD.
And what do you do again?
I'm a sneaker collector.
But you do like YouTube?
YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, I do YouTube as well. KickitwitDD. I'm gonna start back doing my videos this fall, and then yeah.
Boom. You need your own damn podcast, girl. You was spitting game. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm like, it's so much knowledge. I was like,
I wish I had time. Like, I own a company. I just went back to school myself. I'm pursuing a law degree, so I have a year and a half left.
so when I get in trouble in
I've been
NYC,
in,
I need you.
freaking school my whole life. 3 masters, bachelors. Like, I'm just done with myself. So
Bet.
it's like I'm the only, Puerto
So where can we
Rican.
find you? Kixie Jixie?
Kixie Jixie on Instagram. Kixie Jixie on Twitter.
Confessions of a Sneaker Queen?
Yeah, Confessions of a Sneaker Queen. It's
Oh.
like it's not about the collecting; it's about the lifestyle at this point.
Oh. Team Koki. Rep it. I love that damn thing.
Team Cookie, sneakerheads.
He has a crush on your hands.
I am like,
I'll trade you for those.
I'm gonna need like 8 boxes of these.
Hey, I just figured, I
Alright,
tried.
So, it's your boy,
her handle,
her handle, my bad.
Laced Up MD on Instagram. I'm actually Puerto Rican MD, PR Rican MD. It's PRICAN.
You know what's funny?
MD on
I just got it.
Snapchat.
I was like, why is it MD? Man, I'm thinking
Medical
Maryland. I'm
doctor.
stupid. Medical doctor. Yeah, she was like, why is it MD? Now we know. So they stuck medical doctor. All right, y'all. So it's your boy So Frito representing with flavor. Last of the Sohegans. We here. PR Day Parade weekend, Brooklyn.
Love the word
Kicking it.
Sohegans.
God, that's my favorite.
Yeah, it's like the best word ever.
I was smart that I made that name. My man Los Del Fresco right here. My man Mike Black, thank you for everything. We out. Peace. Beautiful. Thank you, ladies.